God's law is not a set of arbitrary rules, but the concrete shape given to the lasting covenant that God has made with human beings, broken many times by faithless people, kept from generation to generation by our God. God's faithful constancy is an anchor in an ever-shifting world, where love declared today is spurned tomorrow, and all other certainties are blown away by the wind. Jesus, I trust in you. Good morning to everyone. We gather together today to give a few minutes of our life back to God in thought, prayer, and meditation. And the meditation today is from an email Saturday, January 28th, 2006, 4:41 in the morning. Subject, How to Face the Storm. And it's from the works of St. Thomas Aquinas. The original email goes into quite a lengthy description of the last few months of Thomas Aquinas' life, and perhaps I'll cover that on another day. If it be possible, let this chalice pass me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. Here we consider the tenor of prayer. Christ was praying according to the prompting of his sense nature, insofar that is as his prayer, as advocate for his senses, was expressing the inclinations of his senses, proposing to God by prayer what the desire of his senses suggested. And he did this that he might teach us three things. 1. That he had taken a true human nature with all its natural inclinations. 2. That it is lawful for man to will according to his natural inclination, a thing which God does not will. And 3. That man ought to subject his own inclination to the divine will. Whence St. Augustine says, Christ, living as man, showed a certain private human willingness when he said, Let this chalice pass from me. This was human willingness, a man's own will, and so to say, his private desire. But Christ, since he wills to be a man of right heart, a man directed to God, adds, Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. And in this he teaches by example how we should arrange our inclinations, so that they do not come into conflict with divine rule. When we learn that there is nothing wrong in our shrinking from what is naturally grievous, so long as we bring our emotion into line with the divine will. Christ had two wills, one from his Father insofar as he was God, and the other insofar as he was man. This human will he submitted in all things to his Father, giving us in this an example to do likewise. I came down from heaven, not to do my will, but the will of him that sent me. The Summa Theologica, Thomas Aquinas, his last and unfortunately uncompleted work. He stopped work on it after celebrating Mass on December 6, 1273. When asked why he stopped writing, he replied, I cannot go on. All that I have written seems to me like so much straw compared to what I have seen and what has been revealed to me. He died on March 7th, 1274. Sisters and brothers, I'll leave you with an example today. It's not always that we don't pray, it's that we don't always pray correctly or in the right way. And in the description just given, where Jesus tells us how we should pray, and as an example, I'll use a prayer when stricken with illness. Because quite often I would say, Lord, you calm the sea at your command. You changed water into wine at mere thought. If you will it, I can be healed. If it is not your will, may you grant me the strength to bear whatever suffering, mental or physical. May your will be done, O Lord, now and forever. Amen. May God bless you and your families. May there be peace on earth. And if it please God, may we meet again soon.